if someone shoots a goal,
Yeah,
like
you're like
everybody's just hugging each other.
yeah, right.
It's like, yeah.
Have you ever been to the stadium to watch soccer in Korea?
I've been twice. I've never been to a league game. The first time I went was for a Champions League final. The
Like
AFC.
Asian Champions League.
Yeah, AFC
Wow.
in Seoul.
Jeonbuk against which team?
I don't know who played, but
Man, you watched the game, you don't remember
I have to be honest. Back in the day, I didn't have that much knowledge or interest in like
about
Asian football.
Ah, okay.
And the second time I went was Brazil against Korea, the friendly
Wow, that's cool, man.
game, and I went with all my Brazilian friends.
Wow.
So, but the experience
Because you want to win, right?
but
I'm sure you have more Korean friends than Brazilian friends. But
back then I wasn't. I mean, it was like when I started living here. So like I had a lot of foreigner friends and not that many Korean friends.
What was the score?
2-0 Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Who was on the field?
Neymar actually played,
Wow, man.
but he was younger back then.
yeah, but still.
He was still a superstar. Yeah,
Still,
of course.
yeah.
But I have to tell you, the experience itself going to the stadium is fundamentally different.
Totally different.
So different.
I've been to the stadium in Germany as well. I watched a few Bundesliga matches as well, so I know what you're talking about. And in Italy, it's the same.
Yeah. When I go here to the stadium, I would call it more calm. And, you know, Korean people, which I actually admire, if the other team plays well, they cheer.
Right.
That would never happen in a German Bundesliga stadium. Never, ever.
So I think that so the level of like safety, the safety level, I would say it's 100% in Korea.
Yeah.
So when you go to the stadium to watch soccer in Korea, you're 100% safe.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're gonna cheer, they're gonna be noisy, but you're gonna be safe. Then in Germany, I would say 60%. Because I went to a football match in Germany, and actually before the game, you guys are really quiet. I was having like a beer with the opposite teams, fans, supporters. We were having a beer. It was pretty good. After the game, you guys probably had a few liters of beer, and then German people get like a. And it looks like, for me, my experience, it looks like a family trip or like a friends festival. It's a gathering. It's very nice. The atmosphere is very nice.
Yeah, but that's only the
Yeah,
first
keep
part.
going, yeah.
And then, you know, by 1 hour before the actual game, you make your way to the stadium. Obviously, German stadiums as well, the security is somewhat okay. People are still able to get like these fireworks inside from time to time. But like as a general fan, you know, you get searched. You have your ticket, you go inside. And then it really depends where you are in the stadium.
Right.
So we have still standing tickets and seating tickets.
Right, same
if you're in the seating tickets, you know, it's more of a calm atmosphere. You have like a family section as well, where it's like safer.
It's like going to the movie theater.
Yeah. But then you have the standing sections where all the ultra fans are.
Yeah.
And that section is nuts.
That's pretty crazy.
So let's put it in a derby.
You're gonna be jumping and singing, and
singing.
drinking beer the whole
Yeah.
whole match, right?
So let's take it to the up level, and like it's a derby. Like two teams in the same city play against each other. That's not going to be pretty.
What's the biggest derby in Germany?
I would say it's Dortmund and Schalke.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because it's not the same city. It's like
Right.
two cities.
Dortmund,
Dortment and
But it's the same
Gelsenkirchen.
region?
Yeah. So I would say in terms of rivalry and derby, that's the bigger one. And then you have like city derbies. In Hamburg, you have two teams, Hamburg SV and St. Pauli. And München, you have two teams.
What's the second?
1860 München,
they're not
1860
really
München,
yeah, man.
which used to be,
it used to be pretty good.
yeah,
right.
they used to be in the first league, but
Right.
now then like third league. So it's not really, you know, Bayern
It's
will
not a big derby anymore.
always
yeah.
win. But you have these kind of like regional derbies, and fans just don't like each other by
Right,
nature.
of course.
And
So you during the derby you lose all the very nice atmosphere before the game, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
it
just fighting.
it gradually goes and builds up. But nevertheless, it is fun. Any game being in the ultra fan section,
Yeah, man.
because you sing, you dance, you drink, you eat. You can even make new friends. But if someone shoots a goal,
Yeah,
like
you're like
everybody's just hugging each other.
yeah,
It's like, yeah.
Of course, man. I mean, and after 90 minutes, you're more tired than the players in the field.
Yeah, and most people, we have a saying like, if you don't smell like beer and you don't have like a beer in your hair, you've never been to a football stadium.
Right, it's true.
So this kind of atmosphere, this craziness is not really present here.
In Korea, Korean people are really good at cheering. So even, especially more than soccer, I would say if you go to a baseball game.
Yeah.
So the whole stadium, they're all singing together, and it's very cool. But they're also very how should I say?
Civilized.
Civilized, seriously.
They're civilized.
Yeah, they don't fight. They respect each other, and they have beer, but in a proper way.
I mean, the way they cheer.
They're very civilized. Yeah.
They follow the cheerleaders in the front who lead the cheer, and everybody's like, yeah. And it's so cool to see. It's like different.
It's different, and it's safer. I would take my kid here to the stadium here
Absolutely.
in Korea. In Italy, I would do it as well, but then you need to be sure to have good places.
Absolutely.
You can't go you can't really go with your kids in the.
You have to choose the right game,
in the standing,
the right stadium. Absolutely.
Yeah, because in Italy, the nice atmosphere you have in Germany before the match, where you can actually have a beer with the opposite team fan. We don't have it.
You can just go right nuts from the very beginning.
The police try to divide us. So fans from one team in one area and fans from the other team.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We have these situations.
But for me,
too.
when the match is dangerous, probably.
Yeah.
Because I want to see Mainz against Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
And
that should be fine.
We were wearing like a Mainz uniform, but we were having a beer with the Bayern Munich fans before the game. After the game, they were like making fun of us and stuff. But
of course.
Yeah.
That's the experience. I mean, if someone has never been to German or Italian football, it's definitely worth to go. But maybe wisely choose where you go and what kind of experience you want to have.
Yeah, and here in Korea, I think as well. I mean, it's soccer is not as big as Europe, so the scale is a bit smaller. But still, it's great fun. I mean, I love to watch Korean League. So
it's amazing. Yeah, sure.
For all the foreigners living in Korea who love soccer, I definitely recommend to go to the stadium. And it's actually cheaper than in Europe, so you can actually have better seats at a better price.